Hi, I'm Willie and welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone for being here and everyone who supports me. This is awesome. Over the last couple days, I've had some great phone calls on the UniFi phone. Just had to clear the call log. Once again, that number is 309-857-0188. I answer the calls as I can get to them. Got to the phone today, 35 missed calls, so you are calling. And I purposefully did not answer the call this morning at 2:30 a.m. where somebody spoofed the caller ID to make me look like it was coming from my number. Had the caller ID not been spoofed, I likely would have answered at 2:30 in the morning. Just saying. So, welcome back, and what this video is going to talk about is UniFi 5.4.18, and then what you're all excited about is the stable release of 5.5.19. So we're going to install 5.4.18 automatically on the CloudKey. Then we're going to manually upgrade our CloudKey to 5.5.19 because it's got all those cool features that everybody's looking at. And then we'll take a look at the USG and see if things have changed there. So let's get to it. We're logged into our CloudKey. As you remember, this CloudKey is in the lab, cloudkey.howx5.com. And I logged in, I went over to the maintenance tab, and it looks like there is an available version, 5.4.18. So we are going to go ahead, we're going to apply, you know what, we're going to make a backup first. 7 days data retention, that's good enough for me. Alright, that's downloaded. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click Apply Update, and we're going to confirm. And so it's going to do its little swirly spinny thing here and do everything and get us up to date. Those are all very technical terms. While it is doing that, I'm just checking to make sure. Real quick, if I click on this, okay, so it's the in wall. So I want to go back here and here. It should still be applying the update, and it looks like there's a lot of activity. I'll re-click it again just because, yeah, the CloudKey controller is updating. So it's doing its thing. I had to unplug my in-wall access point to plug in the phone. Let's see. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to grab an Ethernet cable, and I'm going to plug that in-wall back in. So I'll be right back. The 5.4.18 update is installing. I'm going to get an Ethernet cable, plug our in-wall back in. We'll be right back. So I found this Ethernet cable, and if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you've seen some of the lower-end, low-cost cables that I've run across in some of these like $11 routers that I play around with. This is not one of those, though. I just wanted to show you if I can get that all the conductors are here. Yeah, you can't see that. But, you know, some of those other cables, they only have, you know, 4 conductors, you know, 2 pair, and they don't work for gigabits. So, got the Ethernet cable, going to get that guy plugged in. Looks like the CloudKey is up to date, so let me get this guy plugged in. We'll make sure that it comes up in the controller. We'll get the firmware updated, and then we'll do the 5.5.19 upgrade. Be right back. Okay, so the in-wall AP is plugged in. Says it's got a blue light. Still disconnected here. So we're on 5.4.18, and it looks like there is a USG upgrade, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll confirm the upgrade. Now, let's see. If we take a look, let's take a look at the 5.4.18 release notes while we're waiting for these upgrades to happen. Oh, and our lab in-wall is actually provisioning. And now that that lab in-wall is actually back, we'll go ahead and do an upgrade on that guy too. So over here on the 5.4.18 release notes, lots of stuff that they talk about, you know, Java and the versions that Yeah, it's going to be 8. Let's see. Don't forget your API key for Google Maps if you're using the maps that way. So here are the bug fixes and changes since 5.4.16. Added support of the uap-ac-pro. Allow antenna gain of 0. Fix delete actions in WebRTC. Disable WLAN data rate control. Update bundled snappy Java. Remove TLS version 1 from default SSL protocols. Yes, if your controller is public facing and you have to go through compliance audits, TLS version 1 is, raise the flag on it. You should be past TLS version 1, like 1.2 at this point. Change CDN endpoints from HTTP to HTTPS. That's fantastic. Add support file warning, improve navigation accessibility, fix an issue when trying to register controller with UniFi cloud tie-in, various backend improvements, a security improvement. So, security updates. Fantastic idea to pay attention to this and do those updates. So then we've got some firmware changes. UAP G3, G2, G1, G2. So it looks like they are making performance improvements on the 2.4 gigahertz band. Let's see. Here's the EDU, AC in wall, UAP. Let's see. Here's some stuff with the switch. Fix an issue with the forwarding database counters. Add IGMP header. Checking settings. Fix some code that prevented manual reboot requests from working as expected. Increase CLI lines, shut down all ports before switch reboot to prevent unnecessary broadcast storms. That's fantastic. Graceful reboot switch after successful firmware update. Add LLD info support. Very nice. And it looks like there is some increased logging for firmware upgrades, security improvements. So definitely, if you're going to stay with the 5.4.18, get this guy. It's got security stuff. Get it updated. We've got everything. Looks like everything is upgrading here and provisioning. So real quick, we'll just take a quick look and see if any of that firewall stuff really changed. Just kind of like looking at it like, oh, hey, I know that changed. I don't think that it has. I didn't see that in there. Let's see if these are provisioned yet. Everything is still provisioning, and you know how impatient I can be. We're still provisioning. Okay, everything is provisioned. So first we'll just open this up and take a look, and I'm not seeing anything off the top of my head. It looks like, yeah, no earth moving changes there. So let's pull up the settings, go to the routing and the firewall. So static routes all looks the same. Firewalls all look the same. I still cannot edit or delete the default rules, which is good. It protects us from us and allows rapid, easy deployment of those guest networks. You don't have to know anything. You tag that thing as a guest network, poof, UniFi does the rest. It's beautiful. So let's take a look at this. Looks like 5.5.19 stable has been released. So that's this was yesterday. So they will push this to the repositories next Monday. So now we're actually going to upgrade it ourselves. It said this will be pushed to the repo and download site on 7/10/17. If you have the repo now, you'll actually get 5.5.11, and it says will not allow you to upgrade from 5.4.18. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to SSH into our CloudKey. And we will do a wget, download that guy. It'll take a few minutes, so we'll come right back. So while we're waiting for that download to complete, I hopped over here to the UniFi update blog, and they've got the UniFi 5.5.19 notification. And let's take a look at some of the information. So here are new features. They added AP tagging. They support free radius on the USG. You saw that I used a beta version to do some of the free radius configuration. Well, now it's in the stable release and is configured under Settings, Services, Radius. Enable LAN 2 support for USG 3. Add L2TP over IPsec for remote user VPN config. So now that is in the stable release, it should work the same way. If you go back and look at my video, it should work the same way. Add admin overview found in site overview area, so we'll have to check that out. Hotspot analytics, WLAN broadcast multicast blocking, minimum rate control version 2, VPN status on dashboard, WLAN MAC ACL, add device performance to stats page, add DHCP default domain support. That is awesome. And look at all of the controller bug fixes. Holy cow. And there's some firmware changes. So there is a lot. So go out and check out the UniFi update blog. I'm not going to sit here and read all this, but you can see there are considerable changes. Considerable changes. So looks like everything's upgraded here. We'll go ahead and we'll log out. And we'll come back over here. Looks like everything's downloaded. And we'll do a dpackage space -i. You know what? First thing I want to do. This is 5.5.19. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that to 5.5.19. That way, you know, as I start downloading these, if I need to revert for some reason, I've still got the file there. So now we'll do our dpackage. It's going to come up. Should get a screen that asks if we got a backup. So we'll see. But it's unpacking 5.5.19 over 5.4.18. Maybe we're not going to get the backup screen. We'll have to see what happens here. This upgrade shouldn't take too long, but it'll will take a little while. Especially it's a CloudKey, so it's not like the DigitalOcean, or the AWS, or even the server you've got, in your production environment or your lab. But I love the CloudKey, love it. So we're going to go ahead. We will come back to this after the upgrade's done. So I never did get the screen asking if I had an upgrade, but it looks like everything is going here. So let's refresh our CloudKey and make sure that we've got the version we want, 5.5.19. Perfect. So if you've ever seen any comparisons between the USG and an Edge Router Lite, this release 5.5.19 is starting to really close that gap. But let's just poke around a little bit here. So the dashboard, which is it's interesting, is that I thought I saw some changes there, but all right. So our statistics page, everything here, overview, got traffic stats, performance, switch stats. We don't have a switch there. Our map, we got our topology, and of course these aren't actually connected yet, but so that all looks good. Devices, looks like we've got an upgrade, so we'll come back to that. Look at our clients. Everything looks pretty good here. Our insights. So you got known clients. Let's see, remote user VPN. That dashboard. Let's see. I thought there was something about VPN. being here. We got our events. That's all looking good. Got our alerts. Settings. This is what I know everybody wants to see. So our site name is Happy Cloud. We're in the Central Time Zone. We don't have the advanced features enabled. We do get alert emails, and we have the status LED. Ooh, I see some beta tags were removed over here. Wireless networks. Let's see. We've got the black block. LAN to WLAN multicast. User groups all look good. Got your 802.11 rate and beacon controls down here. This has definitely been revamped. This has been revamped. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but that table used to be huge. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so this is different. So that's good. And then there is your MAC filter. Everybody should be familiar or may have at least heard of MAC filtering. Networks. Let's add a new network. VLAN only. DHCP guarding. We've added multiple DHCP servers, and this could have been in 4.18 and I didn't see it, but I'm seeing it here under 5.19, so I'm bringing that to your attention. Win server, DHCP server, domain name. Beautiful. So now I can hand out that default domain name. That is fantastic. Let's see. Routing and firewall. So still the same static routes here. Firewall. Looks like this is still pretty much the same, but I'm wondering, we create a rule. I mean, you should definitely download this 5.5.19 and install it in a lab environment and take a look. So with every release, the guys on the UniFi team, and a shout out to all those guys. This software gets better with every release, and I really do think this is going to be the year that they have the big vendors, the traditional vendors on the run. All right, so our guest control, this stuff is all looking familiar. They haven't changed anything. All right, so here is the radius profiles, and it says our radius auth server is the USG. So that free radius stuff is built in now. So here it is. We can create new users, and we can talk about what type of tunnel they have to have, put them on a specific VLAN. We can enable that radius server, put our secret in. So go back to that video where we did that using the beta, and you're going to see that this looks very, very familiar. So awesome job, guys. Admins, everything is good there. User groups still the same. DPI gets better with every release, and don't just go haphazardly searching Google for DPI. Controller settings, we talked about overriding our inform host with the controller hostname IP on that first live stream where I kind of sounded like a robot. Cloud access is not enabled at the moment, so it looks like everything is up to date here. You can download our support info. Look at the data retention. So they did expand the data retention, and I'm just looking at these changes. We can go read that list, but I'm just like visually like, hey, what's popping out here? And it looks like definitely the data retention has got some stuff, and we've got our backups going on. So this is it. So now, if you upgraded this 5.5.19, you can have that user VPN. The one thing that I don't know, and somebody answer for me because I haven't tried it yet, is can you have a site-to-site VPN with this and the user VPN? That I don't know. That is That is a question. That is a question that we need to answer. And so if somebody wants to lab that up and let me know, be more than happy. And I will likely lab it up, but it's going to be a few days. So kind of busy trying to get some things done, answering the phone, loving it. Keep calling me, guys. But that's it. This is 5.5.19. We are closing that gap on the Edge router and the USG. I don't know that it will ever be an apples to apples, but they are definitely closing that gap. So that's it. Go out and get 5.5.19. Try it out for yourself. Make a backup in case you don't like it so you can roll it back. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment and share. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please, if you're going to buy any of this gear, use my Amazon affiliate links that are down there in the description. That'll keep a few bucks rolling into the channel. And as always, I want to thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.